Good morning. Good morning. A little post wake up sit rep here. Another hard day to wake up for. I don't know what it is. But thankfully I woke up early, so I kind of, I don't know, dilly dallied until I got onto the bike. But again, I just really had to force myself. I get into that, what am I doing? And, I made good progress. But now I'll just maintain. I don't know. Your head starts filling with excuses of ways to just not be doing this all the time. Gotta power through. I feel like it's really from like other things. I'd rather be doing other things, or with my life in general, I guess. Maybe work, get into a new hobby or skill. As a software engineer, I'm not really scared of AI, but I would still like to have a trade. Just because I hate. It's like when I do stuff for my family, when do IT support or whatever, they don't know anything. I could be like, your RAM is set on flim flam mode, and they're like, okay, how much is that going to cost? Like there's so much room for abuse. That's how I feel when I'm like going to a general contractor. Build me a house. Oh, you're gonna need all this stuff. Okay. Why? It's a city code. City code. Okay. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna read the city code. I'm gonna make sure he's not screwing me over. And then you read the city code, and you're like, I have no idea what the hell this does. Anyway, I like the idea of like being able to build something, like something physical. Carpentry, I've always sort of had an interest in. But I don't know. I wish there was just a school of teachers where, because if you have a good teacher, you can go far in life, I feel like. If you have a bad teacher, and you're avoiding doing that for the rest of your life. I think we all do that. You go with the subject you enjoy doing the most. And why do you enjoy doing it, though? Is it because you particularly are that good, or you just had like a good teacher? It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I wish I didn't care about my GPA, and that I just tried more things when I was younger. Maybe I wouldn't have got into programming, which is not a bad field to be in, but it's just got a vicious psychological torture to it. You're like imprisoning yourself inside.
Shadox the Vampire said, "Good morning, Jason."
Hey, good morning, Shadow. How's it going? We're talking about career choices, life choices. Having good teachers helps you to be a better you. Yeah, my computer science teacher was super chill, super laid back. She's like, you get your assignments done? I don't care what you do in the spare time. So a few of us were like working on games and stuff. And they sucked, but it was fun just to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm making games in school. I took like a sprite sheet from Mega Man 2. I made a little platformer thing. And I was like, damn, this is cool. And there was one time I was outside. We had like an AP only high school that was in an old like elementary school. So it had all like the play place. And I don't know. One day I was just playing out there and they locked the doors. And I was like, oh, sure. I'll just sneak my way back in. And then, I don't know. They locked the doors just as I happened to be. The principal was like walking around. I go, what the hell is Jason doing outside? I go, having fun. And I think I got my teacher in trouble because she was just like, "What? His work is done." And they're like, we can't let the other kids be seeing this. I hate FaceTime. I hate FaceTime at work. And I understand, like, a lot of jobs you can't get away with FaceTime, but at an office job, you definitely, that's like the number one. And what I mean by FaceTime is I'm at work even though I don't have any work to do. Let me go home. You have me on retainer. If anything comes up, I'll hop off what I'm doing. How about you go above and beyond and do something that, no. Are you going to pay me more? If I make anything actually good, you're going to try to steal it from me. See, this is the vicious cycle. If I do better, I am not rewarded for it. You just get more out of me. Thanks for the co-host invite, and no thank you. Sorry, just in solo mode. I gotta get to work. I just like vibing out, sitting in my own thoughts, kind of processing the world around me, getting a workout in. Hey, that guy Brony. Hey, thank you for the follow. And thanks for the likes. Good morning. I've reached
The
a
job
point.
market here in the middle of Oklahoma is abysmal.
Oh, yeah.
The only job I had was poorly managed and loaded with OSHA violations.
Yeah. See, I'm looking for a career change, Shadow, but then I worry about stuff like that. Yeah. You know, programming. The only way to avoid an OSHA violation is to get a comfortable chair and some ergonomics. Yeah, no. In 2 hours, I got summer workouts for football. Nice. I missed that. I missed the camaraderie of being on a team. And, you know, sumo's getting a little bit like that. I'm getting a little taste of that, doing an adult sport. That's one thing I think we need to value more in life is like adult sport. I guess there's seek and you will find it. Like if I wanted to play adult anything, I'm sure I could find a group somewhere in Southeast Michigan. I try to go D1 and play for Michigan. There you go. Hey, U of M. Well, more power to you, Gavin. That would be the pinnacle. Yeah. Being in a Big Ten school. A very impressive feat. You know, I was always a big kid. I was like 200 pounds when I was like 8 years old. And then, you know, as being like a huge kid in your grade, but I was really short, so it's kind of like, eh. But you have delusions of thinking, I'm super strong. It's like, well, I didn't do anything. And I get my ass kicked. I think that's kind of an eye-opener. It's kind of sad that it happens, but getting your ass kicked as a kid puts the fear of God into you. I think there's a lot of people who like don't even get in their most remote fight, and then years down the line, they get really drunk on their birthday, and they think they could take a 7-foot-tall bouncer. And you're like, you are so wrong, but I'm ready to watch this disaster unfold. Hey, Gavin, thanks for all the likes. I think until you like actually use your strength in some way, shape, or form against another human, you don't realize the skill gap or the strength gap. Not even skill. Someone could just like hold you down like a child. It's like wrestling your dad. You're like, oh my God, there's no way I could win. And then there's all these like kung fu establishments or jiu-jitsu places that hand out belts like candy. It's like having a blue belt is like actually really impressive. And if you just get that after a year of training, it's kind of like, ooh, you think you're a black belt? Jesus loves y'all. Hey, good to know, Bryce. Thank you. But do you love anybody? Kind of passing the buck on to Jesus here. Jesus loves y'all. I hate everybody, but Jesus loves y'all. Hey, Dad, I love you. Well, Jesus loves you. What? Hey, thanks, Gavin. I hope you check back on progress. I've been trending downward. I'm already 30 pounds down this year. So hoping to make huge transformations for the rest of the year. Have a good practice. See you next time. You're welcome, Mike. I hope I could help you release in any way possible. Jesus loves you. That's a fun sketch idea. So the words are, I do. Jesus loves you. Jason? I said what I needed to say. Leave a girl at the altar for Jesus. What if Jesus actually showed up? I think these people would hate Jesus. All these people who say, God, peace and love, Jesus be with you. I think if Jesus was actually real, you'd be like, what, you're helping the people I hate? Fuck yeah, you piece of shit. That's what, like, this is actual human representation of the person you just said you loved. It's nice to have a fantastical Sauron level deity that I don't have to see or interact with on a daily basis. I don't know. One thing I miss about religion, though, I kind of lost my religion. I was raised Catholic, but I never really believed, I feel like. There's too many questions. One thing I miss is community. There's something to, with the expectation that you'll eventually get donations or whatever. But so what? Like, that's the only place you can get it. I don't know, you think we're going to go backwards and religion's going to become king again? I mean, I kind of already holds a lot of power still. I don't know. The things I think about. I thought about just going. And I wish it wasn't so boring. I'm sure people have, like, fun church. I had old people church where they literally just read with no emotion. They did the songs, no emotion. One person could play the piano. At Christmas, they'd bring out the bells, and that was kind of exciting because it was the only thing different they'd ever do in their life. For being a social thing for my parents, they never really went out of their way to do anything social. I was started Baptist, converted Methodism. I don't know Methodist. I know what it is. I've heard it. I don't really even know what Baptist is, actually. Now you're full pagan. Yeah, for preaching peace and love to everyone, they sure are a judgmental bunch. Peace and love to people like me and near me. That's what they really mean. I'm sure this exists. In fact, I think it's called like non-denominational. Like that's a church where it's like, we don't really care what you believe, but we're just going to do good things for the community. Or I've always been intrigued by like a co-op. But again, it's like it just totally depends on the people. And as a jaded individual, I'm always skeptical of everyone's intentions. Follow the money. Why are you really doing this? Let me see the books, and I'll decide if I want to join. Ten more minutes on the bike here, and then we'll get to lifting weights. Man, in addition to like having my mind be warped, my biking is very slow. I know it's because I'm not going as hard. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe it's just because the added arm strength and I'm going all legs. I don't know. There we go, yeah. The arms makes it easier. I know I question if this did anything with the arms. It definitely does. It definitely does. Why you blocked me? I don't know, Montel. I'm on to bigger and better things. That's one thing that always got in your head as a kid. Like every 90s movie, I feel like, you know, or sitcoms even. Yeah. They always were talking about PP size. I'm bigger though. I'm better. I'm bigger. I don't know. I've been with some ladies. I've gotten some opinions. And unanimously, they're like, if it's too big, it hurts. They're like, yeah, it's shocking when you first see it.
There's the United Church of Canada.
But
It's a
then,
Methodist denomination
it's just
combined
like,
with other
what, am I
denominations.
doing an animal here?
They're generally socialist and welcome people of any religious beliefs.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm close enough to Canada where I guess I could mosey on over. Cross the bridge to Windsor. Check it out. Thank you, Shadow. I may check it out. I feel like I deleted like Facebook and all the fake engagement stuff. And I feel like I'm happier, but I'm definitely lonelier, I feel like. It's nice to not be like in the jet stream of hate and fake and constant news cycle. People posting every day, multiple times a day. Oh, man. You just want to grab your friend that posts 80 times a day and go outside and do something. You could really make yourself a lot happier by, you have the power. Stop being glued to the media and like go kayaking or something. I don't know. A lot of people addicted to the doom and gloom. It's like that one lady who protested Married with Children. There was a woman from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it was just a mom that like accidentally turned it on one day and came in during an unsavory joke that she was watching with her kids. And she watched more than anybody to build a list of things she hates. And then she kept watching. And she only advertised the show. She was better than any commercial. She was like, this show is so foul and misogynistic, and here's examples. And people are like, that sounds pretty funny, actually. Even your cold, sterilized way of describing a joke. Woo. All right, 5 more minutes. Yeah, I feel like using my arms is the way to, like, get back up in distance-wise. Although, really, does distance matter? If I really just want to focus all on my legs. I don't know. Working out is so complicated. You're presented with nothing but numbers. But just doing it makes you feel better. I need to stop being so number obsessed. Especially with my weight. You know, I have to remind myself I'm healthier now than I was in January. I feel better in ways that can't be measured by a single number or any number. My energy levels are higher. My clothes fit better. You know, there's nothing wrong with just maintaining. And yet you get so in your head of like, why am I continuing to do this if the numbers don't go down? And it's to maintain all of that stuff. I don't know. I've been getting really in my head about a lot of stuff. In addition to just feeling like I'm stagnating working out, I just feel like I'm stagnant a little bit in life in terms of like fulfillment. I want something more. I know I'm not going to get it through streaming. I am not nearly entertaining enough. And I am not willing to cater to the lowest denominator to get a bunch of kid eyeballs on my stuff. If I can't do it through quality, I'm out. And maybe I'm just telling myself that because it's just like, it's like when I was younger or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to have sex before marriage. Like the opportunity was even remotely like a chance. It's easy to put yourself on a pedestal when there's no temptation whatsoever. It's easy to be like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sell my soul. But it's like, hey, if 10,000 screaming fans were knocking at the door, and they all had big wads of cash. Who knows? Very few people have been in that situation. I'm sure you go through a lot of rationalizing in your mind. You're like, this is more money than I've ever seen in my entire life. And we all like to think that we would choose integrity. I don't think that has ever been the case ever. Many people are weak. Mr. Feast, good morning. Good morning, nobody. How's it going? We're about to lift some weights here. 20 seconds. Keep it up. Thank you, thank you. Woo. All right, weightlifting time. Uh-oh, some weird creaks and cranks on the bike. I need to look up like maintenance tips. Woo. All right. Bicep curls, pretty much the same as yesterday. I've kind of given up trying muscle confusion and doing different things. Sometimes I might throw in a different thing just out of curiosity. But, you know, I feel like the circuit works. My arms are kind of starting to shrink because I haven't been lifting weights as much. So, let's just get back into maintaining. Who cares if we're not growing? I like being, you know, a baseline level strength above where I was currently at. When we join the gym, then we could talk about moving up. Chasing my 1 rep max. All right, round 1. Here we go. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. Trying to squeeze my bicep right at the top. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. 2 more. 12. 12. Whew. Oh, man. All right, let's do some triceps. Good shit, homie. Thank you, Anthony. Miss you, bro. Stay with it. Looking awesome. Hey, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, it's been a long time. Haven't seen you at the Ant in a while. Or I guess I haven't been to the Ant either. Let's go, dude. You got this. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I miss going to the Ant a bunch. I've thought about it, like just going back and doing open mics and stuff. I see the progress looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's fucking hard to keep up every day. But, you know, it's better than, you know, get to a point. I'm getting older. You know, having more and more on me is a struggle. Mad busy working 3 digs. I'll be back soon. Missed the crew. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like things are getting back to pre-lockdown, too. So, like, a lot more people are going out. And it's like, how long do you put in a workout a week? calorie deficit. Yeah, I work out an hour Monday through Friday. I try to keep a calorie deficit. Summer's been hard. I've been really eating a lot of hamburgers and hot dogs and going to a lot of barbecue grills. But yeah, I only can keep a calorie deficit when I keep a food log, and keeping a food log's too much homework. But I realize the benefit of it. When I started this workout journey in like January, I was keeping a pretty strict food log, and it worked. It worked like a charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, do some rows here. Hour a day, 5 times a week is good. Always good adding equipment here and there. I bought a couple of pieces of equipment since I've been working out, yeah. But man, workout equipment is expensive. I see why people get gym memberships, and you know, I'm not against going to a gym. One, since I've been trying to stream everything, I would just feel like a total burden. I don't even want to ask if they're okay with it. I just don't want to stream at a gym. You know, you always see the people trying to like dodge out of the way of the video. It's like, what the hell? Why is he doing this here? I've been doing those for a while now too. Hey, good morning, Adrian. Good morning. All right, let's do some rows. 1, 2, 3. Hey, thanks for the rows. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thank you for the follow, too. All right, switch arms. 12 on each arm. Thank you for sending it's corn. It's corn. A big lump of juice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, thank you for all the corn. 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Thank you for the tiny diny too. I don't know what any of these things are, but thank you. Thank you, Mason, and thank you, Lasso. Appreciate you. Have a good day, man. Thanks, Mason. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you showing some support. I'm on a weight loss journey down into normal person weight. I was like 300 pounds, and now we're down to 259, and we're trying to get to 249 by September. So if you want to check up on the progress, see how I'm doing, or see if I'm just as fat as I ever was, that's kind of interesting too. You know, seeing someone fail. And statistically speaking, you know, most people give up and go back to their old lifestyle. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I think I still have enough determination to get down another 20, maybe and then let's see where we go from there. I don't know. Uh, I'd really like to get under 200, so that's another like 60 to go, but I don't know how realistic that is. You know, when it comes to determination, you really gas it all out in the first month, and then you have residual. And now I'm like 6 months into my fitness journey here. It's wearing. It's taking a toll on my mind. I'm just like, if I had 5 extra hours in the week, I could do. I could ride a bike again. No, I don't know. Get in your mind. It's a. It's weird how much of working out is a mental game. Because getting in the routine and doing the routine. Once I sit on this bike, I'm like on autopilot for the rest of the workout. But man, sometimes just getting in this room and doing the workout is like the challenge. Preaching to the choir, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, trying to not swing it. 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. I learned a new sumo move. I watched like a sumo YouTuber, or I guess it's like, I don't know. Anyway, and they went over this move, Katsutsukashi, and they're like, hey, if you're like shorter than the other person, I go, perfect. I can't wait to try this out. The guy who like teaches my sumo class or whatever, he's like 6'5", and he's been doing like a lift out, and I like cannot counter it for the life of me. But I think this might be a good counter. We'll see. I'm excited to try it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow it down. 9, 10, 11, 12. And even if it doesn't work, I feel like it's the right area to go. Is like getting under the armpits to prevent him from getting like a grip on the belt. I don't know. Sumo is fun. It is like it's like blitz chess almost. Like, you know, there's a lot of skill involved, but it's like if you do something very unexpected, you can like trick your way into a win because there's just so many things you could do. Like you could step out of the way if someone overcommits on a charge. You could do slap downs if you're too far off balance. Throw downs. You know, anything you could think of. Yeah, just close range. It's very, very interesting. And I feel like the problem with like martial arts is like I'm never gonna karate chop at a person and people be on my side. But with like sumo, you know, a lot of throws and locks, good defense. My dude, what goes? Hey, what's up, Jimmy? What's good? Enjoying the weather. Yeah. Trending downward in weight. Having a good summer. You know, I always say I want to get more to the lake more. Just getting some coffee. Nice. I can't wait to get my first cup of coffee. Yeah, it's been a good summer. I always say I want to get to the lake more, and then it's like August, and it's late August, and I've only gone one time right before it's about to close. They're about to close up all the spots, and it's way too cold. All right, let's do some squats, some goblet squats. All right, shoulders back. Don't lean forward. 1, I'm trying to keep my elbows. 2, trying to go straight down. 3, 4, I lean forward on that one. 5, 6, I gotta like keep my head up. 7, 8, 9, leaning forward again. 10, 11, 12, leaning forward. 13, 14, 15. Okay, that one I kind of sat back on my heels. Something you might try is adding books under your heels. Pro tip, interesting. Yeah, I might try that for my next set. Hey, good morning, Matt. That's the end of round 1. Well, I'm never going to watch these, so I might as well try using Billy Baines' Tybo for exercise. All right, I'm going to use these Tybo tapes. I might just crush them, but we'll try doing squats with these. Either way, I'll get some use out of it. I do have like a weird yoga block or something. But I will try that, Jimmy. It'll shift the weight back slightly and add an emphasis to the quads, allowing more upright position. Okay, great tip. I just got a beat down in college football 26. I do kind of miss it playing. I wish there was like a de facto, like there was almost like a, I don't even know, a community made version of football that updated with the rosters, latest rosters. I just think EA is so lazy with the brand. They add a bunch of shit that nobody wants. Love your shirt. Thanks, Matt. Did a little tie-dye job on an old improv shirt. All right, round 2. Here we go. And it's been a while since I tie-dyed something. Very easy, fun. Need to do more arts and crafts in my life. 1. Slow descent. 2. 3. Squeeze the bicep at the top, slowing the descent. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Something about bicep curls that always gets a good sweat going. 9. 10. 10, 11, squeeze the bicep at the top. 11, 12, 12. You should turn it more. It works your biceps more. So turn it more like, here, I'll do another, like, even more. Yeah. More inward, I guess. Yeah. 13. 13. It's like hitting my chest. But yeah, I see what you mean. 14. Well, now I got to go to 15. 14. 15. 15. Work through the pain. Yeah. Woo. All right. I definitely twisted it more than I was, and I do feel it a lot more. Woo. Getting these puppies back. I don't mind that I'm not getting like super tight biceps. I just love that I don't have like the underbelly anymore. Like I used to be able to like flying squirrel stretch my fat under my arms and be like, here we go. So it's nice to have that like tighten up. Now I just gotta work on this bunch of fat. And hey, doing a squeeze test. It's been a while since I squeezed my belly, but that's noticeably smaller. I feel like I used to be able to like two hands like lift it up and let it fly. But now, you know, not so much. You'll get there, brother. Thank you, Jimmy. Focus on going slow while going down. Yeah, it's way easy to cheat yourself and like go fast just to. I've been on Xbox and drinking since 12 p.m. yesterday. Well, that's definitely a lifestyle. All right, here we go. Tricep. Currently down 40. It isn't easy, yeah. But nice. Holy shit. Yeah, 40 pounds. Ain't nothing to sneeze at. And people notice, too. People are just like, okay. Feels good. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jack. Here we go. All right. Focusing on going really slow on the descent here for these triceps. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the elbows tucked in. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keeping the elbows in. Oh, yeah. 8, 9, 10. Keep elbows in. 11. Come on, one more. 12. Woo! Yeah. Slowing those way down, I felt like I was doing 100. It's more about control than rep tempo. As long as it's controlled to the tempo is fine. Okay, interesting. Day 187. Yeah, what's up, Jason? Woo! Sticking with it. Day 365, I'm aiming to have a big reveal. I mean, all the regulars will see me day to day, but you can go fast going up. Yeah, against, the resistance, it's always good to explode up. Yeah, but always go slow when going down. Okay. All right. Here's some rows. Who is better, me or the Sniggler? Well, the Sniggler's not here, so. Works both muscle fibers. Woo. All right, here we go. 1, slow down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. Oh my God. TikTok, why do you do this? Joking only here. What if I could lose 100 pounds just joking it? I could be like a Tony Little and sell joking exercise videotapes. Here's me. I'd just I'd show a picture of the whale. And then here's me now. And I'd just be like wearing a different t-shirt. I've been injured and haven't been able to work out for 2 weeks. Yeah, that is something I'm worried about with getting injured too. Is like going too hard with something or doing improper form and hurt my back. Hurting my back is like my number one fear of doing things. So I kind of avoid a lot of back exercises, but I need to just get over that. But yeah, bummer to hear. But yeah, it's so tempting too because if you work out even a little bit, you could like re-injure it and add another 2 weeks to your recovery period. So it's tempting to try to work out while being injured, but don't do it. There's plenty of other things you could do too. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you hate to lose progress in something. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, slow on the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! As long as you're controlling it and monitoring the load well, injury chance is really low. Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm not going insane-o. I'm not like, load up 1,000 pounds on the press. Oh, let's go. I always do wonder how people go for 1 rep max. I guess you have a lot more, you know your body a lot better. So you know if you're going up in your 1 rep max to try to improve, you're only going up like 5 or 10 pounds at a time. So I hurt my biceps a lot. Yeah, I hurt my biceps in like March, and it took like a month and a half to heal up properly. It's better to go lighter with proper form instead of rushing it. Yeah, that's how I got injured. I bought the 35s and I tried to. I was like, I guess I'm working out with these now. And then I was just like, oh, I just tore something. I feel like a little sprain or something. And immediately had to pump the brakes on lifting anything with my arms. Yeah. All right. Let's do some side lateral raises. Do you do hammer curls too? Yeah. I try to mix it up with the curls. I'll do hammer. I'll do regular curls. And I watched a couple videos where Arnold says it's all about doing the twist is where it's at. So like I've been switching to that. That's what I've been doing recently is working at twisting. So I'll start like a hammer curl position and I'll twist it in. I don't know. I kind of I have no preference, and I don't really know what the difference between all three is. But all right, and we're about to do squats with the Billy Bane Tybo tapes. So let's see if we instantly crush those, or if I'm able to keep my weight off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow, slow, slow. 5. Explode up. 6. Slow down. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Switch arms here. Your bicep is what twists to your forearm. Okay, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the elbow a little. Bend it like inward. 9. Oh, okay. Hey, that felt something. 10. Yeah, as you go up. Okay. 11. 12. Thank you for that, Brian. Yeah, as you go up. Point your hands a little bit forward at an angle. It's proper form. I've seen that before. I find that it's kind of just like an awkward, because straight out to your side, like doing a T pose, that is easy to like hit. But like bending it inward, I mean, it does make it harder, which I guess is the point. And lean forward while doing the lateral raises. That's another thing I've seen people do in videos, but it's like just so hard to replicate when you have like the weight. I'm like, what is this position? It's just like hard to snap into, if you know what I mean. It's like, okay, standing up straight, shoulders rolled back, straight out. That's super easy to hit, but like when you're like wrenched forward, it's way harder. And then I'm like, is this right? It's like you lean way too far forward. It's better to do with 2 dumbbells so you can keep your balance. Oh, that's a good tip. Kettlebell different. If using a dumbbell, you bend them. Spill the milk. Spill the milk. Okay. Keep elbows above the hands. Okay. That's a good tip. So, elbows above. All right. I will try that next time. All right. Here we go. We're going to try from the tippy toes. Let's crush these Tybo videotapes. I have a feeling I'm just going to crush them instantly, but we'll see. All right. Do calves. Here we go. All right. Popping the heels on the Tybo videotapes. Oh, okay. Not instantly crushed. I'm on my tippy toes a little bit. We're trying to do proper form. Oh, I got to squeeze them out a little. Shoulder width apart. Sorry, Billy. This is the only way you're helping me work out. All right, I'm on my tippy toes a little bit. All right. Straight down, keep my head up. Okay, I do know this a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Woo! Thanks, Billy Blanks. That's the most exercise I've ever gotten out of those VHS tapes. Hey, Brian, thank you for the follow. And thanks for all the gifts. Whew. All right. Well, I work out Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you're watching right now, see you again. Same time tomorrow. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks, Jack. Thanks all for all the new follows. Have a good rest of your days. I got to get to work. Whoo. All right. Catch you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Peace. Sweat check. Proof it's not LCGI. Okay, catch you tomorrow. See you, Shadow. Have a good rest of your day. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.